Good morning. I would like to extend warm greetings to all of you today. I am Loren Miyasaki from the Enmanji Buddhist Temple here in Sebastopol, welcoming you to our May Shotsuki Hoyo Memorial Service. Today's service honors family members and friends whose anniversary of their passing is in the month of May. We honor their memory, and this service allows us to appreciate the many acts of kindness and remembrances that they have bestowed upon us. Today's service will be conducted by our supervising minister, Reverend Dennis Fujimoto from the Buddhist Temple of Alameda. Sensei will now present the Hyobyakumon, the adoration.
Hyobyakumon. Today, on this occasion of our Shotsuki service, members of the Enmanji Buddhist Temple have reverently come before Amida Buddha in memory of their beloved.
I will continue the service by reading the names of the May Shotsuki Hoyo honorees, starting with Takashi Koga, Yachio Yamamoto, Tomie Ito, Sana Otani, Denichi Otani, Katsukuma Ueda, Hifumi Miyasaki, Kanimatsu Ikegami, George Kazuo Shizuru, Sugie Ito, Marlene Masada, Joe Isamu Furusho, Masae Kawahara, Helen Yoshiko Furukawa, George Masashi Tsurumoto, Mieko Witt, Jerry Morita, Stephen Yos, Helen Sujihara, and Umeyuki Taniguchi. Namo. Reverend Fujimoto will continue the service with chanting. For those of you who would like to join in with the chanting, a PDF copy of the Purple Shin Buddhist Service Book can be accessed from the same site as this service. Today's chanting will begin with Sambujo, the three respectful callings, found on page 24 of the service book, then continue with the first 10 pages of Amida Kyo, the Amida Sutra, on pages 103 to 113. This will be followed by the Nembutsu Echo on pages 134 and 135.
With deepest reverence and thankfulness for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Amida, we reaffirm the three homages. Namo kie Butsu, Namo kie Ho, Namo kie So. I go to the Buddha for guidance. I go to the Dharma for guidance. I go to the Sangha for guidance. Please repeat the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda, 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 Namanda. 阿弥陀経如是がも日時文在者へ国義中期孤独音四大ビク主1250人空海世大あらかん修正知識長老者利法マカモ剣連マカカ書マカカ千年マカクチラリハタシュリアンダガナンダアナンダラゴラキョモンハダイビンズルハラダカルダイマカコヒナハクラヌルダニョゼト初代弟子病床菩薩マカサモンジュシリオジアイタ菩薩健高大菩薩上昇人菩薩四尿税と初代菩薩釈大観人と無量大祝二次文語長老者利法十世財法果樹万六分道無世界妙安極楽合道無分合阿弥陀根源在説法者利法移動が光明意極楽合国修上無宿単住昇楽光明極楽地方極楽国道修南樹七十羅網七十五樹海税司法修相異尿税公非国明安極楽者利法極楽国土無執法知薬毒水十万五中地帯順に根社富士四辺街道金言ルリアリ五条上老各役位金言ルリアリ社公釈襲名の二言直視地中蓮華大尿車輪小式小公大式陽公釈式釈公白式白公微妙公見者利法極楽国土長寿尿税功徳将軍無者利法非部国土調査天学黄金二次昼夜六時二遊万だらけ五国修上上位昇誕各位英国上修妙家供養他法十万六分即位直時検討本国門直協業者利法極楽国土長寿尿税功徳将軍仏師者利法非国上中寿奇妙座敷市長白国弱大武者利下領賓が愚名市長聖書宗長長や六時水和慶音五音年長五根合力七宝大文圧勝道文尿税東方合同修上 門税音に開出念仏年法戦争シャリ法尿物意思長実税祭法少少少医者が非部国土無三幕州シャリ法合部国土商務三幕道司名画教実税書州庁改税阿弥陀仏抑量法音川流園芸少佐チャリ法非部国土未付水道小法語十牛法ラモ水未明音非尿百戦中学同時空差門税音社会人年上念仏年法年相死心シャリ法合部国土長寿尿税功徳将軍Namanda, Namanda, 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 Namanda.
At this time, we will hear a Dharma talk given by Reverend Fujimoto.
Namanda, 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 Namanda. Good morning again, everyone. So nice to be able to share this service with you today. And for today, I was able to find a story that I thought you would enjoy and one that is very fitting to share during this Shotsuki service. So the story is about a young student by the name of Kameo. And the setting is a long time ago, 1914 in Japan. And Kameo was a maybe third grade or something like that. And so here's the story that during the class, the teacher announced that the class would be able to take a field trip and to go to the place where the Emperor of Japan was enthroned. So all the students were excited to be able to hear of such a special trip. And so this was the trip that they would be able to take, and who would like to go? All those who would like to go on this trip, please raise their hand. And everyone's hands just shot up quickly, and the kids were talking and so excited to be able to have this opportunity to take this trip. So then the teacher explained a little bit further about the trip and said the cost is more than usual, so the round trip ticket and all the other incidental expenses come to 3 yen So everyone will need to contribute 3 yen. And 3 yen doesn't sound like very much now, but in today, what would it be? Maybe 3 or 10, 5 or 10, $8 or $10, perhaps, something like that. So it's a good amount of money for a young student to be able to bring. So when he heard that part, Kameo, kind of quietly looking around, brought his hand down, and his father had died just the year before. And so the teacher noticed, and so, well, Kameo, are you going or are you not going on this trip? And some of the class were snickering, and someone said, Kameo's the only one that's not going to go. And so sometimes kids can be a little bit cruel, and he was, feeling very sensitive about this. So Kameo blurted out, Sensei, I don't feel well. May I go home early today? And he bolted out the door and went home quickly. So once he was at home, Kameo sat in front of the Obotsudan, his home altar, and sitting in front of where his father's name was written. He said, Father, why did you have to die? I've never felt so ashamed as I did in the class today. If you were alive, I would be able to have the 3 yen so I could go with the others in the class. Why did this have to happen to me? Why do I have to be so poor? Father, why did you have to die? And so Kameo started crying and crying. And just then, his mother came home from her errands and noticed this and quickly went over to Kameo. What happened? What happened? Did the other boys tease you? Did you get scolded by the teacher? Tell me what happened. And so Kameo told her about what happened at school and the field trip and how he felt and all of this, explaining to his mother. So his mother told her, Kameo, a man doesn't cry about little things like this. No matter how poor we are, I can always afford to give you 3 yen. Don't worry about this. And so she went on to tell him, when your father was ill, he knew he was not going to live much longer. He told me to come to his side, and he told me that he's very concerned about you. He wanted to leave you something, some kind of a keepsake, but his illness went on for a long time, and he didn't really have anything. But he did have 5 yen. And he asked me to give this to you. He said, if there was ever a time you thought he could use it, give him this 5 yen. So mother told Kameo this story and then went to bring the 5 yen to Kameo. He says, I just wondered how I should use this money, but now I'm sure this school trip would be just a perfect set time, and your father would be so happy that you could use it at this time. He would be overjoyed. So, because the field trip only costs 3 yen, you'll still have 2 yen. So why don't you take this to your teacher right now? Just run back to the school and give him this money. So it was just 5 yen. But at the time, it meant so much, and it was such a hardship. The family had such a struggle. Father was the main wage earner for the family, and now he was gone. Mother had very little, and Kameo knew this. And Kameo's father must have gone through difficulties just to set aside 5 yen for his son. Maybe he didn't have the proper meal all the time. Maybe he didn't get the medicine that he could have utilized. So these kind of sacrifices that he had endured just to give anything to his son. And so when Kameo thought about this, he realized that his father was with him all the time, no matter what kind of circumstance. So he felt strengthened to have his father a part of him.
and being with them. So he thought, with his father standing with him, standing behind him at all times, he shouldn't grumble and he shouldn't be a weakling. So I should always know that I have the strength of my father with me. And so when Kamio became aware of this, his connection to his father, reestablished his awareness of his father being there all the time, he kind of resolved in himself, starting today, I will do both my father's work and my own, and I'm going to help my mother. So with these thoughts, he was happy to join the school trip and to enjoy the time with the others. And I think this is a very wonderful story. During the Shotsuki times, our families come and in recognition of grandma or grandpa or auntie, mother or father, or children that may have been lost, siblings, and beyond recognizing our own family members, they become the gateway to the infinite. And so through our families, we are connected to all that is beyond ourselves. Important to remember our family, mom and dad, whoever we are honoring today. But at the same time, it goes beyond that. It goes beyond that. And this is what makes this tradition of our Shin Buddhist Shotsuki services so important, so deep, that we become grounded in our lives. And just as Kamio came to realize, we each come to realize. We remember again and again during our Shotsuki months that this is what Shin Buddhism is about. This is what the Nembutsu teachings are about. More than family. Through the family, beyond, connecting to all else. All else. So with this thought, I would like to conclude. Please join me in Kansho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, Namanda, Namanda. Okay, this will conclude our Shotsuki service for this month. I'd like to thank the Sloth family for chairing this service. I'd like to thank everyone who has attended, all those who helped to put on the services, from flowers and osonai and ogupan and all these things, setting up for the video, preparing the video, many behind the scenes helping us to provide these services. And I'm so happy that you're able to join us. I hope you are very comfortable now to gather the materials so that you can be a part of the service and to participate with us through each portion of the service. And I'd like to thank everyone for being a part of it all. I will prepare the incense burner, and so we can oshoko here and there, and please do so yourselves at your home, whether you are burning incense or offering flowers, rocks, or marbles, or whatever, okay? So we'll conclude once again. Please join me in Kansho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, 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 Namanda. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sensei, for your thoughtful message. This concludes our May Shotsuki Hoyo Memorial Service. Thank you once again, Reverend Fujimoto, for your Dharma talk. We would also like to thank Sensei for starting the service off with the ringing of the Kansho. Thank you to the May Toban for the flowers and offerings. Thank you to Mr. Darryl Yagi for setting up the Onaijin. And thank you to Mr. Kevin Iwamura for the videography and editing of this service. If you would like to make a donation to our temple, you are most welcome to do so through the Enmanji website. Many thanks to all of you for viewing this service. We hope to see you soon. Until then, please stay safe and well. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.